This is awesome! A $2,000 fourth stimulus check. And guess what? If you are running low onto the cash, it might be just the perfect amount of the timing, perfect recipe for another round of stimulus check. But behind the scenes, at the government side, it looks like a delicate balance between our savings and how much stimulus check does the economy requires. When people are ready to spend and people need the money, that's when the stimulus checks are sent out into the economy. I have got all the details, everything you need to know right here in this video. So without a further ado, let's get right into it. So today in this video, we'll be going to take a look at the report, which is actually showing some metrics that we need to watch very closely, as it gives indication as to when more of the stimulus check is needed according to what they are talking about. When we are hungry for the cash, we are more likely to spend that money turbocharging the economy like never before. So that's when stimulus checks becomes really important. Today I have got some exciting news to share with you. News that could mean $2,000 fourth stimulus check onto the horizon. Yep, you heard it right. Stick around as I break down all the juicy details because we just got a new report release. I'll be walking you through the report and what you need to know and going to explain all the details. So without a further ado, let's deep dive into all the details. However guys, before we start this video, make sure to hit that like, share this video, subscribe to our channel if you like this topic. And with that being said, let's jump right into all the details. Alright guys, so let me reveal all the details about the crucial metric that everybody is talking about. Everybody's attention is focused on the single important factor. This metric is like a crystal ball of the stimulus check. This will give us a sneak peek into what might be onto the horizon regarding the stimulus check, what might be heading into our bank account. And guess what? It is indicating that we could be looking for some significant financial assistance in the not so distant future. When the supply of our saving dwindles down, the demand for the stimulus check truly skyrockets, and that's where the real economic drama unfolds. However guys, before we get into the nitty-gritty details, if you are looking around or haven't been yet subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe, turn on all the bell notifications. Let's get right into all the details. So let me break down all the details of this new report. When consumers don't have money to spend, guess what? Guess who takes the hit? Yep, it's the businesses. If you are not buying their products or services, their profits will nosedive and it's like a domino effect. We are talking about layoffs. People start cutting their inventory, people start laying off people, and whole lot of a financial chaos start to happen. Essentially, it all leads down to a big chaos that will affect the entire economic picture. And that's, my friend, is a key metric, a big deal, a delicate dance between our wallets, stimulus check, and the economy. Talking about the new details regarding the stimulus check, economic indicators. Now imagine this report as our financial compass guiding us on where more stimulus check might be needed, and think of it as like a countdown, not years, not many months, but we are talking about few months or so. So it's that early. We could be talking about looking at the substantial injection of the funds that could happen. Now stick around till then as I explain all the details which will make a sense. This report is like a financial compass. It's like a GPS for our financial details. It's like peeking into our wallets and seeing how much money we have got and predicting when we might need a little extra boost, extra stimulus check. And here is the kicker. The report hails from the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco. Yep, these folks who keep watchful eye onto the economic gears that keep our nation going on. And here is the thing guys. Back into the August 2021, Americans were sitting on a massive pile of cash. Yes, we are talking about staggering $2.1 trillion in savings. That's a lot of money. But here is where the twist comes in. We had no clue that we are sitting on so much amount of a gold mine, basically tons and tons of cash, basically trillions of dollars. But you know what? They know that fact. They have got their eyes onto our financial moves, tracking every little dollar. Sneaky, right? But picture this. A couple of months ago, that $2.1 trillion had transformed into a mere $500 billion. A big drop. A big drop. No doubt. Now, here is where the things get really interesting. While it might seem alarming that, you know what, our savings have dwindled down, but actually, the music to the ears, those watching to the economic symphony, they are like conductors orchestrating the movements of the cash to achieve a bigger goal. But here's where the twist comes in. They basically want us to have less amount of money stashed away. It's like they're basically saying, hey, don't keep all that cash to yourself, go spend it right here into the economy. And they believe that too much saving can lead to some not so cool stuff like inflation, and nobody definitely wants that. So here is the thing. They are strategically pulling the money out of our pockets to keep the economic machine running without any worries, running without any concerns. But hold on, brace yourself because they are now projecting that we might run out of a cash very soon, like between now and end of the year or early next year. That's when we are talking about. Yes, that's right. We could be facing an empty wallet scenario, and you know what that exactly means. Yes, you guessed it right. More stimulus check might be in order. So you might be asking, what's the big deal right over here? What's about having less money in our accounts? Well, it all comes back to a dance between us and our wallets and the economy. You see, when we are financially strapped, a stimulus check becomes a lifeline. It's like offering a starving person a healthy meal that he needs the most. We are likely to spend it right away when we receive those stimulus checks. It's pretty simple, which in turn gives the economy a much needed required boost. Now, before you start picturing the various scenarios regarding this, let me tell you this. This isn't about the conspiracy theories or political agendas. It's about understanding how economy exactly works and how our spending patterns impact the grand scheme of the things into the economy. Let's fast forward today. They are keeping a watchful eye on how much money we have got left, and $500 billion to be precise. That's the exact amount we have got. That might sound like a lot amount of money, but when you spread it across the entire nation, basically it clearly indicates if a nation has got $500 billion in savings, it's not as hefty as it seems like. And guess what? If you are running low onto the cash, it might be just the perfect amount of the timing, perfect recipe for another round of stimulus check. But behind the scenes, at the government side, it looks like a delicate balance between our savings and how much stimulus check does the economy requires. You know what? Stimulus check is also known as quantitative easing. It's like sending a quantitative amount of the money into the economy to stimulate the economy. It's like having a financial puzzle, and every piece of a puzzle plays a crucial role keeping the gears turning for the economy to run smooth. And remember guys, though it isn't a crystal ball prediction, it's clearly a glimpse into the economic factors which can guide us for the better future decisions. It's real head scratcher, but bear with me, there is method to the madness. And you see, at the heart of this financial wizardry, if you talk about the financial grand scheme of the things, you know what, cash right now in our pockets, it's very less. And the masterminds behind these scenes, when they see people are spending less amount of money, economy is running very slow, running on practically the lowest amount of cash, guess what? All it boils down to is something called inflation. Now, before you start thinking we are caught in some kind of a twisted economic web, let me break down the idea, what it exactly means. Now, the idea here is pretty simple. If you have less money to spend, we can't drive the prices up, and that's their secret weapon against the inflation. Sneaky, right? Now, it's like a quirky game where the rules are set up to keep our wallets slim and trim. Pretty clever mechanism. But hold on to your hats because they have predicted that it's just a matter of few short of months that our $500 billion we have got will totally vanish away like a poop. And you know what? How money vanishes from your bank account? It just gets spent so much quickly. So out of this grand scheme of disappearing act, we are looking at an economy with a seriously shallow pockets. And that's where the plot thickens. Now here's where the real magic happens. Now when the good old Americans consumers are running low onto their cash, guess what? Stimulus check become a whole lot more effective. You see, when people have tons and tons of savings, sending out stimulus check in that scenario, it won't be as much effective as we are talking about the current situation. Stimulus check becomes a whole lot more sensible, lot more effective in these kind of a scenarios. It's like having a kid having their favorite treat. So let's rewind a bit back into the August 2021 when we had a whopping $2.1 trillion in savings. Imagine like if they have handed out stimulus check back then, well, the impact would be a gentle breeze because we are already sitting on a mountain of the cash. We had tons and tons of money. Stimulus check wouldn't have caused tons and tons of impact. Now here is where the things come really interesting. Now fast forward till the time when our wallets are running on low money. The stage is set and they swoop in with those stimulus check to cue some excitement. And basically we are like kids at the candy stores, hungry for some spending action. It's like going from a buffet to a endless options to a single plate goodness. Basically, when we are hungry for the cash, we are more likely to spend that money, turbocharging the economy like never before. So that's when stimulus checks becomes really important, as consumers will be likely going to spend those cash into the economy very rapidly. Think of it, it's like a finely crafted dance for our spending patterns and economic symphony. You see, when people are ready to spend and and people need the money, that's when the stimulus checks are sent out into the economy. Third important factor is when economy really needs the money, and that's when stimulus check becomes really important. When we are financially well fed, stimulus check barely makes a dent, barely makes a ripple effect into economy. But when we are truly hungry for the cash, it's like a feast for the economy. And the impact of those kind of a stimulus check will be felt significantly. So that's where the key takeaway is. It's like a classic case of the supply and demand, but with the twist. When the supply of our saving dwindles down, the demand for the stimulus check really skyrockets, and that's where the real economic drama unfolds. But hold on, the story doesn't end there, because when the consumer find themselves with empty pockets, there is something fascinating happens. It's like inflation takes a nosedive, and less money chasing some goods means prices might just settle down a bit. And now don't get too excited as we are talking about the prices plummeting, but rather finding a more stable group. But wait, there is a twist in this twist. When consumers don't have money to spend, guess what? Guess who takes the hit? Yep, it's the businesses. If you are not buying their products or services, their profits will nosedive, and it's like a domino effect. We are talking about layoffs. People start cutting their inventory, people start laying off people, and whole lot of a financial chaos start to happen. Essentially, it all leads down to a big chaos that will affect the entire economic picture. And that's, my friend, is a key metric, a big deal, a delicate dance between our wallets, stimulus check, and the economy. So keep eye on those important savings, because here is the thing: when they dwindle down, the stimulus checks coming in, marching in right onto the horizon, ready to shake up the things. Now, if you found this intriguing, make sure to hit that like button, share this video, subscribe to our channel. But as of right now, no fourth stimulus check have been approved. Once we get any latest details, I'll keep you posted. So make sure to hit that like, share this video, subscribe, and this is Kedar from How to Guys. See you in the next video.